The Queen celebrated her first birthday without her husband Prince Philip in April, as she turned 95 just days after the Prince Consort died. The couple were married for an astounding 73 years, and the monarch had previously described her husband as her strength and stay. Royal watchers grieved with the Queen, and were even more heartbroken when the monarch had to sit alone at the Duke of Edinburgh's funeral due to COVID restrictions. She returned to royal duties 2.5 weeks after his sudden death, and was widely praised for her stoicism. Earlier this month, she was also seen accepting a pink rose from Keith Weed, president of the Royal Horticultural Society, which was named after her husband on the day he would have turned 100. The Queen, patron of the Royal Horticultural Society, heard about how the sale of the flower would raise money for the Duke of Edinburgh's Award Living Legacy Fund. The photographs taken to mark the occasion captured the Queen in a bright blue floral dress and grey cardigan with dark sunglasses on. But, when published, the images sparked concern among royal commentators. In an episode of Pod Save the Queen, featuring Daily Mirror royal editor Russell Myers, host Anne Gripper said, "I think she looked much more frail in these pictures actually. Partly because it's summer clothing and it's all about lighter and a bit thinner and smaller. But she looked more fragile, I felt." But, after causing a stir among royal watchers, Ms. Gripper addressed her claims. She said, "I know that when we were speaking a couple of weeks ago, we had seen the Queen at Windsor Castle, unveiling the rose for Prince Philip, and I was like, she looks frail and elderly in these pictures," comments which got picked up in New Zealand. Mr. Myers laughed and then advised her to be careful with her words. But, Ms. Gripper continued, "Maybe that's the difference between her being at home and off-duty, and pottering around Windsor Castle, and then when she was out at the G7 and she was out at Ascot, you know, up straight, gameface on, and on show." The Queen has definitely been busy in the weeks since Philip's birthday on June 20. She met U.S. President Joe Biden and his wife, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden, during their first overseas trip since the inauguration back in January, and hosted them for tea at Windsor Castle. She also met the world leaders who attended the G7 summit in Cornwall, accompanied by other senior royals, and hosted her first face-to-face weekly audience with Prime Minister Boris Johnson for 15 months. The Queen attended Royal Ascot races as well this week, and was greeted with a cheer from the general public. Her activity was a surprise to many royal watchers. Former royal reporter for the BBC, Peter Hunt, told The New York Times that he believed the Queen would fade away gracefully from public life earlier this year. He claimed, "COVID has helped in the sense that it has accelerated what any sensible 95-year-old woman would want to do, which is not to stand on your feet all day long." After Philip's death, a royal source also alleged, "In typical fashion, the Queen has insisted she is coping, and despite the suggestion she had prepared herself for this day to come, everyone is well aware there is nothing like the experience when it comes." However, the Queen appears to have coped admirably and has now embraced her royal duties wholeheartedly.